So, recently, we got the new research system, the token system everyone was talking about after announcing Save the World going free. Is it really that good, or not worth it? Well, let's see. I just played 160 mission, and found all these weapons and traps. You see how many God roll max level traps I got? And I got a max wall darts. Well, I need to level it only one level and upgrade the last perk. And just like that, I got a max trap. Without even noticing that I have it, I just finished the mission and looked here. Same thing with this anti-air trap, you see what I mean? You know what, this was a clip from earlier today, let's check now. I don't even know what I have, and look here. Would you believe me if I said I got like 7 max God roll traps in one day? Not grinding for anything, I just get them like that. I play a mission, I check here, and that's it. Same thing with the weapons, I got ton of them as well. You may wonder, is it that hard to get these weapons and traps during your mission? Like I said, I didn't even know when I got them. I just play the game normally, playing some side quests like Survivors, Storm Chest, using the supply drop, and etc. And I got all of that. Speaking of the supply drop, you have to watch this video. Like, look at the number of traps and the materials here. Combine that with the new research system and you will have an infinite recourse of schematic manuals. Yes, only one per mission. But on the long run, it's a lot. Good thing that they don't give upgrading materials and perk ups when you recycle them, because it would be chaos. I'm glad they are monitoring the feedback about these new changes before the game going free, which is a very good move. And I hope they do that a lot. Instead of just dropping the update, they will monitor the community feedback, which is huge. I'm not saying I like or hate this update. I'm just explaining the current state of the game with this new system. Let me first hear your opinions in the comments. Like, I got ton of weird comments on the supply drop video, just by explaining how it works. Now imagine this one. I know, I'm a max level player, that's why I can get these schematics easily, plus I don't need them anyway. All my traps are max level or even supercharged already. Well, that part only is true. But I want to draw your attention to 2 points. 1. New players can get carried to high power level missions, like power level 160 missions, and get max traps like you, but the level will be capped. I wasn't sure, since I saw some people able to keep the same schematic level, but I thought it was capped. So, I went and downloaded the game on my old laptop just to test this. I carried my alt power level around 70 to a 140 mission, and got some weapons and traps. I was able to research them. And here when it got confusing, but I got it at the end. My alt account just unlocked the 3rd evolution, the 3 stars one. During the mission, I got some god roll weapons and traps, between level 120 to 130. But after the mission, when I went to research them, they were around power level 79, level 20, which is a bit weird. Legendary schematic at level 20 is power level 51. At level 30 it's 77, but that's not the weirdest thing yet. Mostly they are capped because of my progression in the game, but still, they are god roll, and tier 5 stars I mean. And not just that, check this. I was able to upgrade them to level 130 just with XP. And just like that, I have a max dynamo trap in my alt account that can only upgrade to tier 3 schematics. And I can do that for a few hours and get all of the traps god roll, maybe some weapons as well. I think this explains it a bit more. As I saw, items are capped to your storm shield progression if you got carried. But with just some XP, they are max. I went and tested it again to be sure, and it was the same. At this point, I think a lot of people agree that this system needs some adjustments. Like, don't get me wrong, but full max god roll traps in few hours is insane. Let me explain this a bit more. They are god roll, so no need to farm perk up. They are max evolution, 5 stars, so no need to farm upgrading materials, manuals, just some XP, and you are good to go. My alt is at Canny Storm Shield 3 or 4 I think, maybe you should get them at a higher level if you finished more defenses. Same thing applies on the new level up system for heroes, defenders, and survivors, but it's not our point right now. You remember how we used to farm Drop of Rain over and over? Playing endurance in different bases for the perk up you want and the re-perk? Farming gold to buy them from the shop, and it goes on. But now, well, you know better. I know, this applies to carries, but I saw a lot of people who just started the game with ton of max traps and weapons already. The game already made some hard decisions to balance the game. The biggest one was patching item sharing in the normal campaign. People had actually to play the game, farm materials to craft their traps and weapons, grind gold, perk-ups, evolution materials to evolve their traps, and etc. And during that, they learn how to actually play the game, instead of relying on others to drop them ton of items or free giveaways that fill your inventory. Funny story, I still get a lot of messages asking for free items. One time someone asked me while I was streaming to drop him some traps, and when I said we can't drop items for others, he said then why you were streaming this game anymore. You see how it becomes now because of these duplicated items? Back to our point, the game did all of that to balance the game. But I think we need some adjustments to this new system to sustain that balance. Like a limit per day. You have certain number of schematics that you can research per day. They need to be capped to your power level. Not just the schematic level, the perks and the rarity as well. Like if you got a legendary copy while you got carried, and you were still a Stonewood player, it scales to a blue rarity for example. For the people who will jump in the comments, saying I hate the game being simpler for new players or I'm jealous because they don't have to grind hard as we did, believe me, I'm not. I'm just asking for some balance. Like if you get everything easily like that, after short time, a lot of people will lose interest in the game. Not that much with the current state, but after 1 or 2 update, the game got much easier, and I think the new updates will follow the same path. So, some balance won't hurt. Because we all know how carries are huge in this game. And with Save the World going free, a lot of people will be helping their new friends who just got the game. And no wonder they will do that. In no time, they will have ton of max weapons and traps, and again, I'm just explaining the current state. I already got 2 max traps in my alt account in front of you. Let's just say I'm discussing some of the comments and Discord DMS I got after this update. And believe me, I got a lot of them, and it's complicated. Which brings us to the second point. What about the old players, who already got most of the schematics in the game maxed? This system helps a ton of new and mid-game players. Old players need something else, like new material or something. But again, I'm still thinking that they are doing all of that for the new content they are working on, and I hope I'm right. I don't think they will do all of that, and forget the people who've been and still playing the game for years. Did you notice something in the last 3 or 4 videos? At the end I always mention this change will help a lot new and mid-game players. It's time to add something for old players. We got some quality of life changes already, I hope we get more of them. I know, I pushed it a bit on this one, but I have to explain it like that, so you get the whole picture. At the end, I really need to hear your thoughts in the comments, I always check them, and I appreciate your opinions. So, let me know. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to use code Larsis in the item shop and Epic Games Store if you want to support me, helps me a lot. As always, big thanks for all the channel members, super chat on the stream, everyone uses my creator code, and all the support, really appreciate it. Like, subscribe if you are enjoying the content, so YouTube algorithm will suggest the video for more people. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, see you in the next one.